and I was addressing, not coming by what I was being used to
Good morning, Mr. Destiny.
Good morning, Peku. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Welcome to your first diary session.
Thank you.
How do you feel to be here today?
To be honest, I feel very, very, very much excited to be sitting here. This has been something I've been looking forward to for the past months. There's been a lot of planning, a lot of preparation, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited, regardless.
Why are you nervous? There's nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah, sometimes when we put out things that we want to do, the weight of the goals that we set for ourselves most time can make us feel nervous at times, Yeah, but I feel very, very much excited to be doing this. Yeah.
So we're very much excited to have you here, and we look forward to everything that this session will hold for us. So we want to get to know you. We want to meet you. We want to know who Destiny Ajakaiye is, beyond the titles, beyond everything. Who are you really as Destiny Ajakaiye?
Okay. So just recently I was listening to one of my mentors, and it was addressing issues that are related to identity. And he spoke about something that I found very profound. And he said that most time when people introduce themselves, maybe when you go to a place, when you're having an interview session and the interviewer asks you, can you tell us about yourself? Who are you? Most time, people introduce themselves by their job description, by their job title. For example, hi, Mr. Destiny, who are you? I'm a graphic designer. So people tend to introduce themselves by what they are doing at that time, by what their job description is. And he went further to explain that we are not defined by our job. We are defined by who we are inside. So who we are inside invariably defines, it's how we express, our jobs and all of that. And it was very, it was so profound, to me. So who is Destiny Ajakaiye? So I'm going to answer the question in threefold, threefold in the sense that who I was when I was growing up is different from who I was when I was a teenager. And it's also different from who I am as an adult. Even in my adulthood, there are different phases that have defined who I am, So as a child growing up, I was this child who was just trying to understand life. I would say from the ages of 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, as I can remember, I was living with my parents at the time, I was, going through school, all I did was to wake up, go to school. Going to school was a very exciting moment for me, go to school, come back from school, go through school activities, home activities. So during that period, my consciousness was actually trying to understand what life is, try to understand, the family setup, and all of that. So at that time, who I was just an observer, right? Someone who was trying to understand their place in life. Obviously, I was living with my mom, and she was the one, caring for me and my siblings and all of that. So at that level, at that age, I was just trying to understand life. I was just trying to embrace, I was just trying to enjoy the experience, as a child. But from that point, going to my teenage or teenagehood, just anything like that, it was a different experience because I think when I was 14 or 15, I lost my mom. When I lost my mom, like, it was a different experience. At that time, I've gone past primary school. I was in secondary school. And at that time, who I was different from who I was when I was growing up as a child. So who I was at that time was, I was trying to understand why I would have to be in that position where I would lose the most important person, to me at that time. So that whole reality changed how I saw things, changed how I, interacted with people. So if I can remember vividly, I would say who I was then was just someone who is trying to survive. Now I've lost the person who has been taking good care of me and my siblings. So right now, it was just about surviving, that survival instinct, and all of that. Fast forward to when I became an adult, there has been different phases in my life that define who I am, But right now, I would say Destiny Ajakaiye is a problem solver. Destiny Ajakaiye is a solution architect, and I'm going to explain this aspect of who I am and how it has shaped my identity. So, being a problem solver, I've been able to express this. I've been able to express being a problem solver in my career over the years as a software engineer. I've been a software engineer for close to a decade right now, and I have been able to express that part of being a problem solver, someone who enjoys solving problems, someone who enjoys, tackling problems. I just enjoy, looking out for problems and looking at creating solutions to those problems. And it has defined who I am. And that's why I say Destiny Ajakaiye is a problem solver and a solution architect. So when people come to me, when people ask for my opinion on things, I tend to look at, solution and problem, in two different phases, right? So this is what has shaped me as a person, and it has rubbed off on everything I've done and everything I'm doing currently, right? So that's who Destiny is. So I'm a problem solver and I'm a solution architect, and I've been able to express this part of me over time in my career, over the years.
Thank you, Mr. Destiny, for sharing who you are with us. So what take-home lessons do you have for the viewers from this episode?
So I think the most important lesson I'll point out, or I would like the viewers to take away from this episode, is that our job does not define who we are. Rather, who we are inside defines our job. So who we are is our job. Our job is just a way to express who we truly are, our identity inside. Because I can be a software engineer today, but that can change tomorrow. But who I am inside will most likely not change for a long time. So the lesson is, who you are inside should define who you are outside, including your job and what you choose to do, not the other way around. So that's the lesson for this episode.